Good morning, children. Welcome back to the social session. Children, yesterday I was talking to you regarding the map pointing skill, and I asked you to draw the neat outline map of India and point out the states and union territories, as well as the map of Telangana, the outline map of Telangana. But you have drawn only India, but you have missed Telangana. Try to draw the map of Telangana and point out all the districts of Telangana. How many districts are present in Telangana, children? 33 districts are present in Telangana, and our district is Warangal Urban. Remember that. In which district are we? We are living in Warangal Urban. So point out that Warangal Urban and other districts also in the Telangana map. And coming to today's topic, children, all these days we have seen the gathering of the food. Slowly we learned how to grow the food, and in the last class we have seen the agricultural produce, how the small farmer, how a large farmer keeps on cultivating the agriculture in our times. Now let us see how this produced agriculture gets marketed, means how that is sold in the market. So that is a trade. How is this buying and selling of the agricultural produce generally takes place? Okay, a farmer, how he sells in the market, what is the procedure? So this kind of things we shall learn in this lesson called as the trade in agricultural produce. So we learn from today onwards the trade in agricultural produce. So it may be the trade of trade in the sense buying and selling is called as trade. Okay, kharidna or bejna is called as a trade, agricultural produce. And you know, every day all of us commonly consume rice, millets, pulses, vegetables, fruits, milk, sugar, tea, coffee. Most of them are mainly produced by farmers in the villages, or what we all consume every day commonly, most of them are produced by the farmers. So the farmers in the villages, how do they reach in different ways to us? So we try to find out a list of the food items we consume as a day-to-day basis by filling up the following table. There is a table given in the textbook. So you also think of where we get all these things are from. For example, food grains are there. What is the item? From the paddy it comes. Okay, from where do we get? From the farmer we get, isn't it? So likewise, and in your house, from where do you procure generally? Okay, from which kiranam store or from where do you purchase them? So people get agricultural products from the street vendors, from the kiranam, from the kiosk, isn't it? Kiran dukan se leke aate hum. So, or from the santas, the weekly market. Generally, in the weekly market in villages, they procure all the goods which are required for the entire week. That is called as Santa, weekly market. We have in cities a market every day. Raitu Bazaar, okay, Reliance Fresh, रोज रहते. मगर थोड़े गाँव में weekly market रहते. Week में एक ही दिन पूरा बेचना और खरीदने का माहौल रहती. That is called as weekly market. So in recent times, farmers are selling their fruits and vegetables in the Raitu Bazaars. In this chapter, we learn about how these all function, how they buy and how they sell these agricultural products. We shall learn under this lesson the trade in the agricultural produce. So let us learn about the selling of vegetables on the streets. Generally, bandi wala leke aate. Okay, मेरे street में तो बंडी वाला लेके आके he will be shouting, okay, कुरायालू vegetables बोल के वो तो चिल्लाते रहते. So Gauri is a small vegetable vendor in the sense seller. So she resides in Siripuram village. This Gauri resides in Siripuram village. She buys seasonal vegetables from the wholesale market. Are the vegetables seasonal? Yes. All vegetables you don't find in all seasons. Some vegetables are found in certain season. So she buys these seasonal vegetables from the wholesale vegetable market in the nearby town and sells them on the streets carrying a vegetable basket. She puts on her head all the vegetables and she keeps a vegetable basket and she goes from one street to another street. So she goes from door to door and asks people whether they need any vegetable. In the village, 2 to 3 other women also do the same kind of job, like purchasing from the wholesale vegetable vendor and they sell it on the street. So every day Gauri starts from the village at about 4 a.m. in the morning. She goes to the town to buy the vegetables from the wholesale market, and then she goes and comes back by bus and spends rupees 25. and transport every day. She generally keeps all the vegetables in her house. Okay, if they are all vegetables cannot be sold on the same day. So whatever is left over, those vegetables she keeps in her house. Whether her house has the refrigerator or not, we don't know. Okay, generally these poor women cannot afford the refrigerator, so she keeps them in her house and takes out one basket load at a time. So all the vegetables she doesn't carry at a time, only one basket load she takes them one time. And vegetables are sold once, she takes out the next load. She goes home to refill the basket and resumes her selling. In between, she also cooks, she also feeds her children, she also attends to her household work. On some days, she is so tired and she becomes sick to do this tough job, and she has to rest at home. Then what price does she charge from her customers? For example, if she buys 10 kilograms of tomato, 10 किलो का टमाटो खरीदा होलसेलर से 100 रुपये को, 100 रुपीज़ को, then she sell it at 15 rupees per kilo. That means by selling this 10 kgs of tomato, she can make 50 rupees of profit. Okay, she bought it 100 rupees per 10 kgs, that means 10 rupees per kg, but she is selling them at 15 rupees per kg. That means 5 rupees per kilo is a profit to her. But you know it very well, even there is a spoilage also. All tomatoes cannot be sold out on the same day. If some of them are rotten, she has to go out and throw them. In the morning, she sold the tomatoes at rupees 15 per kilo, and by the evening we found her selling it at 8 rupees or at 9 rupees per kilo, because on the whole she earns only 100 rupees to 150 rupees in a day, which is not at all sufficient to meet her family needs. So Gauri keeps some of her income for the next day's purchase. Otherwise she had to borrow from the money lender. Next day morning again you have to purchase from the vegetable from the wholesale market. So she keeps some money for her next day purchase. And a self-help group, she borrows from a money lender or from a self-help group. These days Dwakra Mahila Sangalu became more prominent, so she borrows from them little. They never refuse to lend money to her, but are very strict in their terms and condition. The rate of interest and even the repayment mode, these conditions will be very strict to her. And if she borrows 500 from a money lender, he gives her only 450 rupees. 50 rupees is deducted as the interest, and she has to pay back again 500 on the next day. She will have a serious problem if she is not able to sell the vegetables on the same day, as they go bad very fast and fetch very little money. So Gauri is just one of the thousands of vegetable vendors of Telangana, and this is the same case with many of the vegetable vendors. हमारे घर के सामने में रोज बहुत लोग आते रहते हैं वेजिटेबल सेल करने वाले. उसके condition is also the same. So we shall further see about the trade in the agricultural produce in the next class, children. Thank you.